Hello friends, welcome back. So in this session we will learn about the regular expression in Java. So what is regular expression? A regular expression is nothing but that will be a sequence of character only that is used to validate the user input, that is used to validate the string or user input. Suppose a regex, Java regex is a regular expression. Java in short form we can say regex. So Java regex is nothing but a regular expression that is an API to define the pattern for searching or manipulating the string. It is used to define the constraint or validation on string. Suppose we are typing username, we are typing password. We have seen in so many places, so many social media networking sites are there. We are logging that one. While login, if we are typing some password, and that condition is that password must have the minimum 8 length or 10 character length. It should contain alphanumeric, it should contain a special symbol, so something like that. It should have a one uppercase character, one lowercase character. That is the constraints. That is a constraint, or we can say that is a validations on that string. So how that is applied, how they are checking in the Java. In Java, regular expression API is there. So that regular expression API is used to do the validation or to define the constraint on a string. Java regex API provided in java.util.regex package. This is a package. Under this regex package, all the regular expression related APIs means classes, interfaces, enums, that is present into this java.util.regex package only. Okay, a regular expression is nothing but a sequence of characters that form a search pattern. You have to search whether this pattern, whether your input string is matching against that defined pattern. Means that input string is matching against the pattern. If it is matching against the pattern, then you can say that is a passed, otherwise that is a failed, it's not passing. So that is called regular expression. When you search for data in a text, you can use this search pattern to describe what you are searching for. Suppose sometime regular expression is used to search also. Suppose in a text file we want to search some word, then we have already seen some places. You are typing star means star dot java, something like that. Means after means star is representing any character, but end it should be dot java, like that we can search. Okay, so there are some patterns that is defined, and that is some character classes. For to check the characters, one character against your input, we can use character classes. So these are the patterns, and now we will see these one by one. So first one is ABC. This is a one regular expression, ABC. Inside this brackets we have given ABC. What does it mean? It means that in your string only A, B or C, any one character is allowed. You cannot give any other character except the A, B, C. You means your string, whatever you are taking, that you are taking as input, that input should contain either A, B or C character. Means that string should contain only A, B or C. So to do that one, we have to use this regular expression. So let's see this example. Suppose here I am taking A, R, U, or you can see A, B, C, no issue. That is also our choice. So if you see here, A, B or C. So here this is the first regular expression. Here what I have done here, I have defined one regular expression array. That is one array. That is one array of regular expression. And here whatever the regular expression I want to use, that I am taking here in this regex. That is regular expression array. From this array, whatever the regular expression I want to use, that I am using here, means I am accessing that index only. That index means first index, means I am using this regular expression now. Okay, and here is the input. Here is the inputs, values, or you can say that input, no issue. If you want to you can say that input, that is inputs. Yes, that is inputs, that is input. Okay, that is up to our choice what name we want to give. Okay, so this is our input, this is our inputs. These are A, R. We will check whether this is matching, this regular expression is matched with A, matched with R, whatever, we will get that result. And after that one, what we are doing, this is the regular expression API pattern dot compile. First your regular expression has to be compiled. Your regular expression has to be compiled. After compiling this pattern, you can create a matcher. See, matcher. From that pattern, this is our pattern, this is regular expression, this is our pattern. Regex is nothing but regular expression. Regular expression is this one, first regular expression currently I am using. So regular expression is nothing but ABC. So from this regular expression I am compiling, and after compiling I am getting the object of pattern. From this pattern we can get matcher. Matcher of what? Matcher of our input. Our input. What is our input? That can be A, R, Y, T, U, C, comma, B, something, whatever input. For that input we are creating matcher. From that matcher we are checking whether it is matching or not. Matching, if it is a matching, yes, it is a matching. If it is matching, then I am printing here that if it is a matching in a green color. If it is not matching, that I am printing in a red color. Okay, so that is the very simple way. Here I am printing the regex also, which regex and what is the input. What is the input, what is the regex. Okay, so this is the very simple code. I hope you can understand. So now I will run this one and you will see. So if you see here, this is regular expression is saying you can enter into your input only A, B or C, any one character from these three, from these three which A, B or C. From A, B or C you can enter any keyword, sorry, any character. You cannot enter any other that one. So here I have A, I have B also, I have C also, but other also there, R, Y, T, U, X, anything, whatever you want you can give. And if I run this one, you will see. Yes, now if you see here, so this is our regular expression, A, B or C. Either A, B or C, means regular expression says that you can have only A, B or C in your string. So A, for A it is fine, it is a true, it is coming in green color, but R is not defined into this regular expression. So that's why for R it is a false, it is not passing for R. It is not passing for Y also, because A, B, C, your regular expression is accepting only A, B or C. So for A is true, for B is true, and for C is true. Other than that, any R, Y, T, U, comma, X, anything, that is false. That is false. You cannot pass any other that one. So this is the first regular expression, A, B or C. What if I will give other than that one, the next regular expression, A, B, U, sorry, I will also change here, no issue, or you can take that one also, A, U, A, B, U, A, T, U, something, that is up to your choice, whatever you want. Currently I am taking A, B or C. Now what exactly it means? Here in the first regular expression, if you see, it is accepting only A, B or C. But in the second one, in the second regular expression, you cannot enter A, B or C. You can enter any other character other than ABC. Other than ABC. This is the meaning of any character except A, B or C. negation. This is the negation. This is the negation symbol. Negation symbol. Negative. Whatever the remaining characters other than A, B or C, you can assign into your input other than A, B or C. This is the meaning of negation here. So in the last one, if you see what we see here, A, B, C is passing, others are not passing, but now A, B, C will not pass, other will pass. See, A, B and C and comma, that is not passing because comma is also not, is not character. A to Z, A, B, C, other than A, B, C, it will pass. Okay, so R, Y, T, U, X, because you are making negation on character only. What we are learning here, character class, no, character class. So that's why the A, B, C character only, it is not taking. It is not taking. Other than that character, any English character R, Y, T, V, X, it is taking. It is taking. Okay, anything you can take. Anything it will pass. H. You can take more inputs, no issue. J. It will take that also. Yes, X, H, J, it will passing, but A, B, C, A, B, C, it's not passing, and this comma, that is not within the within the character of English character ABC. Okay, because that we have only defined here. Okay, that is fine. Next one is A to Z or A to Z, A to Z or A to Z. Yeah, that one is also fine. That is defined the range. That is fine. Okay, sorry, we have given something different. Okay, now it will come for comma also, because that regular expression was something different actually. We given the regular expression is this one. It means it should not take this comma also. Other than this comma, it should come. That's why actually it was coming like that. Yes, because we were defined comma also in that last regular expression. Okay, sorry, it is not related to like that A, B, C you are giving only, then opposite A, B, C will come. Any character but not that character. Any character but not that character means any character but not A, R, U or not A, B, C. Any character it will pass but not A, B, C. That is the meaning of this comparison. Any character except A, B or C. Okay. Yes. Okay. So that is fine. Next one is it is defining the range. A to Z or A to Z. Any you can define range in this way also. Means any character A through Z or A through Z means uppercase or lowercase. Any character you can pass. So that one we have taken from here. I am taking A to F or third one 0 1 2. Okay, second one. So A to F, you can pass only A to F. Suppose any character like A, it will pass. B, it will pass. C, it will pass. D, E, F. So these all will be passed, but F, G, H, so it will not pass for G or H. See, A, B, C, D, E, F. So regular expression says you can give the range from A to F. Any character that is coming between the A to F, and A and F inclusive A and F, and any character that is coming within this range you can accept, other you can reject. So it is rejecting. G and H is not coming inside this one, so that's why it is rejecting. Anything like S, capital or upper, no issue. X, anything, it will reject that also. There, this is rejecting. So this is the meaning of this range you can define in this way. And here we have defined the range for both, for uppercase and lowercase, that also we can define. Suppose in the third one we have defined the range for both, A to F for G to L. Suppose G H I J K and L, it will accept. But after that L, whatever is coming, it's M, it will not accept, not even upper or not even lower, it will not accept. Now if I run this one and you will see, yes, so G H I J K L. So here in this regular expression I am giving the range of lowercase from character A to F, and the range of uppercase, the range of upper character from G to L. Any character is coming within this range, you can pass them, other one you can discard. So it is discarding M, G, H, S, X, this one, that is not coming within the range of A to F or G to L. Upper it will accept from G to L only, and lower it will accept only A to F, others it will discard. So this is the meaning of this range here, A through Z or A through Z, inclusive range. Inclusive means it will include A and Z also. Next one is A, D and MP. What exactly it means? This is a union. Union means A through D means range of A to Z or M to P, any. Suppose if I take the example of next one, fourth one, okay. So what it will say, either you can give A to D or you can give M to P, any. You cannot give both, only one character, because we are checking the character class. No, only the one character you can check. So for one character, either you can give A to D or you can give M to P, you can give any of them. Suppose A or M to P, this is the upper, this is small, so M to P is also fine. So last one is M is there, so that is why it is passing. Others are it's not passing. Either you can give this one, this is a union, either this one or this one, this range or this range. Okay, that is the meaning of here. A through D means either you can accept this range or either you can accept this range or this range, or M through P. This is the union, means A to D or M to P. Okay, so next one is the intersection. Intersection means for intersection you have to use and operators. These and operators, and symbol we have to use for making the intersection. What exactly the meaning of intersection? What is the intersection? Means any character that is coming within the range of A to Z and D, E, F, that will accept. Suppose fifth one. Okay, so for fifth one any character, suppose I am running this one first and you will see. So any character from A to Z, but it should be the part of D, E, F also. Means from A to Z all 26 characters are coming. But suppose if I take one set that has all the characters, if I take a set A that has all the character of ABC from A to Z, and I am taking another set that has only three character D, E, F, So from these two set, if I have to make the intersection part, then what will be the intersection part? Only DEF will be the intersection part, because intersection is what that is common from them, that is only the intersection part. Suppose DEF from A to Z, DEF is a common only. If I give here DEF and 1, sorry, DEF and 1, in that case DEF is coming, but what if I will give here 1? It will not pass. Why? Why it will not pass for 1? Because 1 is not within the range of this A to Z. Intersection part is that only that is common from both, because from A to Z all the characters are there, all the English character A to Z, all 26 characters are coming, and from that one DEF is also there. But from A to Z 1, that is counting 1 to 3, that number is not there in character. So that's why you cannot pass A1 also, because that is the meaning of intersection only. So intersection means the common part of both, either DE or F, that is intersection part only. Next one is A through Z except B and C. That one we have already seen. This is what is this? This is intersection only. This is again intersection only, but intersection I am making on the negation. This is negation, but that intersection should not include B and C. Other than B and C, you can give anything. So A through Z, anything will come, but will not come B and C. B and C will not come. Suppose A or D, and from D to Z, you can write in this way also. Means from you can pass A or you can pass D to Z, anything. B and C we are discarding. That is the meaning of negation. Only B and C we are discarding here. Okay, so the next one is sixth one, I think. Okay, this is seventh one is that, but okay, this one also we will see once. That is also intersection only. They are clearly defining what exactly the intersection. Suppose what will be the intersection? What can be the past for this one only? If you see, this is our regular expression. So what will be the intersection actually? A is there, but A is not here, so it will not pass A. B is here, B is also here, that's why it is passing B. Y is there, Y is also there, but we are not giving Y actually. Okay, let me see. I will give Y. Okay, I will give U. I will give X. I will give T, and anything that we are missing. A X Y T B, A X Y T B, Y H. Okay, B U R, Y H B U R. Okay, last one is I think R, Y H B U R. Okay, so now if you see, I will run this one and you will see the difference. So only B and Y is passing, others are not passing, because B and Y only the common there, only the intersection part is B and Y. Suppose A is not here, it's not passing. X, but X is not there in this one, so that's why it is not passing for X. But Y, for Y it is there, so it is passing for Y. Next one is T. T is not here, so that's why it's not passing for T. And next one is B. B is there for both, so that's why it's passing. So this is the meaning of intersection only. This is representing the intersection only. That this example I have taken in this way also. Okay, the next one is this one. That is the making the negation only. Intersection only, but not B and C. Other than B and C, you take the intersection. You can do like that also. Suppose that is seventh one. If I run this one, you will see. Yes. So A to Z, B and C should not be there. I will give C here also. others are passing. Suppose here A to Z, any character you can accept from you can accept A to Z, any character, but you have to keep in mind the intersection part also, that should not be B and C. B and C should not be. So B and C it's failing, others it is passing. So this is the meaning of this negations only, intersection with negation, A through Z except B and C. Okay, A through Z, but intersection of that is not within the range of M and P only. Okay, so here also that is intersection only, but we are making the negation in form of range only. Means A to Z, your input can have A to Z, but should not be any character that is coming within the range of M to P. A through Z, not M through P. So suppose if I will take 8th one, it will be, yeah, that only, A to Z and not M to P. So okay, all are fine because that is not coming within the M to P. I will give anything that is coming within the range of M to P. M, N, O, P and Q. So now if you run this one, let's see. So A to B, M N O P, these 4 characters it's not accepting because we are giving these conditions here. Intersection you have to do, but should not be of M to P. Okay, so this is all about the character classes. One characters we are accessing, and for that one character we are making the regular expression and we are validating against that input. One character we are validating against the input. Now suppose some predefined character classes are also there, like this dot means any character that we will see. Suppose suppose what if I will give here that is fine, 9th one. Okay, 9th one. So what exactly means AB? Suppose in this AB G Z, it can accept this one, no issue. That is the meaning of this dot here. Dot means any character. So what is the regular expression? I am giving AB dot Z. It means A and B, it should start from AB. Dot means any character I am giving O, and last it should be Z only. But what if I will not start from AB, I will start from D, E, F, X, started Z, so it will not pass that one. Yes, so our regular expression says AB means your input should start from AB. After AB, any character can be there. It can be any character. Dot means any character, but it should end with Z only. So AB, G means dot is representing any character, or O is representing any character, Z it should be, but this is not fine. Because it's not starting with AB. Or if I give here AB, U, and I will not give here Z, I will give here Y. So that is also not, it will not allow this also, because AB is fine but it's not ending with Z. So that is the meaning of this dot. D stands for digits only. So you want to accept any digits, then you can give directly D. That's it. That is also fine. Suppose if this is our input, so here 1, 2, 3, so these are the fine. because this is the digits only, but this is not digits, this is not digits, this is not digits, so it will not pass this. Yes, D means this is the digit. Regular expression says digit slash D. D stands for digit, so this is digit 1 2 3, but TU, that is not digit, that is not digits, that is not digits, like hash or anything, that is not digits. Yes, it will not pass that one. And the next one is D, a non-digit. If you give upper D, if you give upper D, upper D is this one, upper D is this one, 12th one. If you give this upper D, it means that is a non-digit. So non-digit it will pass, others it will not pass, others it will not pass. And this is D, you can give in the range also, means D stand for digits, but if you don't want to give digit, you can give in the range also, like that, range, like this one, 11th, that is also range, that is also range. See this one, this is the regular expression 0 to 9. This regular expression says you can give any digits that is coming within the range of 0 to 9. So 1 2 3, that is fine, that is digit, but this is not digit, so that's why it's not accessing. And digit you can directly give in this way also, directly slash D, that is also fine, that is also fine. Okay, so this is the 10th, 11th, 12th. Okay. Okay, the next one is this one is a white space character. White space character means it will accept any white space, like space, one space, two space, or tab, or new line, or form feed, carriage return, that type of character it will accept. Suppose next line enter we are pressing, that is there's a new line, or this T is the new line, sorry, this is a tab, one tab space, this is a new line, that is also a new line, this is carriage return, form feed, something like that. So you can define this one using this small s. If it is its s is in uppercase, then a non white space, any character that is not non white space you can give. W stands for word, W stands for word, any word. Suppose here I am not giving that one, if you see I will give that, okay, this is word. So next one is yes, so next one is this word. Which one is 11th one? Let me run this one and see. Yeah, 0 to 9, 12th, 13th, I think this is the 13th. Okay, so this one is accepting only the word, one character, any word, that's the word only, but not special symbol. W is accepting only word, but not special symbol. So no special symbol it's failing for special symbol. Okay. So this is for this one. If you give in this in uppercase, if you give that is in uppercase, then then other than word, what, which one? Only this. Okay, and this 14th one. And this is small w. Next one is uppercase W. So this is passing only special symbol, it is not passing any word, because this is the reverse of W. Okay, after that one, some greedy quantifier. What is quantifier? If you say, so far we have seen only one character, we are accepting only one character in our string, but what if I want to accept more than one character? In that case we have to give the quantity for character, quantity for number, quantity for special symbol, we have to give the quantity. So that's why quantity for quantifier is required. Means we will tell how many characters we want. Suppose this question mark symbol, if we use this question mark symbol, it means X occur one or not at all, means it should occur one time or it should not occur at all, not occur at all. Suppose A, here we are taking A. Next one is 15. Regular expression 15. So for this regular expression 15, if I type A, that is fine. If I don't type A, that is also fine. If I type B, it is not accepting that one. If I will type A 2 times, that is also not accepting. If I run this one, you will see, yes, it is passing, because I am telling A should be occur at only one time or not at all, one time or not at all. So if it is not at all, then it is an empty string. Yeah, that is empty string, it is passing, no issue. One character A, that is passing, but character A2 it's not passing, B not at all passing, because that is not defined into this regular expression. Okay, if I give here star, it means X occur 0 or more time. If I type here if I take the example of this next one, and then you will see it will accept A, because star means A dot star means A can occur one time or A can occur 2 time, 3 time, n number of time. It's not suppose I will take this input. I already defined this some inputs here. I will take that input directly. Okay, so this is our input, and I will run this one, you will see. So A dot star means A can occur 0 time. Star means A can occur 0 time, 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, n number of time. It's not limited, n number of time A can occur. So that's why it is saying X can occur 0 or more times. More times means n number of time. If I use plus, then at least one time your X should be occur. At least one time your X must be occur. It is not accepting 0 time. At least one time or more times. X means plus means X one time or more time, but at least one time. So if I will use this expression, you will see, yes, A plus. So means plus is representing your A should be occur at least one time. So here in this string it is not occurring even one time, so that's why it is a failing. It's failing, but it is occurring 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5, 6. It is passing. It's passing, but others are that is not passing. It is something different. Okay. The next one is N. N stand for exactly n time. I will say exactly this much time. Exactly, N means exactly this much time. So here I will say A should occur exactly 4 times. So exactly 4 times A is true. Others are false. It should occur exactly 4 times. Okay. Next one is, in this one if I will write comma after n, it means at least n times and more than that one. At least n time and more than that. Okay, suppose here A should occur at least 3 times and more than that means n number of time, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 up to n number of times you can pass this A, because I am saying A should occur at least 3 times. More than 3 times it can be no issue. Okay, and here I can specify the max range also, means X should occur at least n time and should not occur more than m time, means at least n but not more than m time. Suppose if I will take this expression 20, you will see here I am saying A should occur at least 2 times but should not be occur more than 5 times. So 2 time it is passing, 3 times, 4 time and 5 time, but 6 time it is failing now. It's failing. Okay, so this is all about the greedy quantifier. Another quantifier is the reluctant quantifier and possessive quantifier. Possessive quantifier. We will see this example, reluctant quantifier and possessive quantifier. But before do that one, just see a logical operator. What is logical operator? Suppose this one. This is the logical, either x or either y. Oh, sorry, both in the same sequence. It should occur in the same sequence. Suppose if I take the example of 21. Okay, sorry. Yes. So it is which one it is? Okay, that is different. That we are taking example actually. If I run this one, you will see here what I am saying. A should occur exactly one time, or it is not occurring 0 time, that is also fine. So A is occurring one time, it's fine. After that one, either B or C, any one of them, it's fine. A and C, it is fine, no issue. B, because if I am considering A is not occurring but B is occurring, that is fine. C, because B or C, from B or C any should be occur and A is not occurring, that is also fine. If I will give here A and C, that is also fine. So this is that regular expression. Okay, next one is 22. In this 22, if I run, you will see I am saying a regular expression ABC. It should occur exactly in the same order, A, B and C. A, B and C. Yes, this one. This is that input. So if I run this one, you will see what happened. Oh, sorry, compilation error. So A, B and C, exactly ABC, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, A, B, A, B, B, A, that will false. Exactly in this format it should come. So that is the meaning of this logical here. It should be both X and Y in the same order. X and Y in the same order. It should be. Okay. And here X or Y, either X or Y. Suppose 23. Okay, yes, either A, either B, either C, any of them, that we can use in this way also, A, B or C, like in the first one, that is also fine. We can use in this way, that is also fine, or that is also fine. That regular expression also fine. Either A, B or C, any one of them. If we don't give this pipeline symbol, then it will accept the same whatever the pattern as it is we have given. Okay. And the next one is this is as group. So what is as group means, we will see this one. And if I run this 24, you will run and you will see. Suppose this is the group, no? Suppose I want to accept two character only, A or B. A can be first, B can be second, or B can be second, or A can be first. That is up to your choice, however you want to give. Suppose here in this group I am saying you have to take either A or B, and from this group you have to take either B or A. So you can pass AB or BA or AE, that also is possible. Suppose AA, yes, or BB, that is also fine. Yes, because from this group you can give either A or B. From this group you can give either A or B. I can take A from here, A from here, so A from here, A from here, B from here, B from here, or A from here, B from here, or A from here, or B from here, A from here. That is up to our choice. So this one is a grouping. Okay, X as a grouping, capturing group. Okay, example of greedy, reluctant and possessive quantifier we will see now here. So what exactly greedy, reluctant and possessive quantifier? Suppose I will take this example. Suppose this is our input x, f o, x x x x x x foo. This is our input. So if this input I will pass as a greedy quantifier. Greedy quantifier means dot. Dot means what? Dot is representing any character. After this any character, star means any character can be, whatever character you will give, that can be n number of times, and end it should be with foo only. So in this one it will pass, and in this one if you see, the reluctant start by first consuming nothing, because foo doesn't appear at beginning of the string. It is a forcer to swallow the first letter n x, means first letter, which is triggered at the first matcher at 0 to 4th, 0 to 4th, 0 1 2 3 4th. It's here. Or test happiness, continue the process until the input string is exhausted. It find another match at 4 and 13. And if we pass this this input into possessive quantifier, then see, for reluctant quantifier we have to use this question symbol. After this greedy, this is our greedy quantifier. This one is greedy quantifier. After this greedy quantifier, if you use question mark symbol, then that is called reluctant quantifier. And after this possessive quantifier, after this greedy quantifier, if you use plus that is a possessive quantifier. If you read these definitions here, greedy quantifier try to match the longest text that match given pattern greedily. Longest, what is the longest? So in this case, this completely is longest only. That is the longest only, because anything, suppose x, after that x it can come anything, but here I am giving a star, so star that can have anything, and last one it is matching foo only, because the greedy quantifier dot star find anything. Star means anything, dot is also anything. So if it is x, that is also anything, then again foo, that is dot, that is also anything. So it will take that one. Means star in greedy quantifier, dot star to find anything 0 or more times followed by foo, because the quantifier is greedy, and dot, the dot star portion of the expression first eats the entire input string at this point. Entire, from here to here it will eat. That's why it's a greedy. And at this point, and the overall expression cannot succeed because of these three letter foo have already been consumed. So the matcher slowly backs off one letter at a time until the rightmost occurrence is foo has been regranted, at which point the match succeeds and the search end. So what will be the starting index? 0 to this 13 or 14, whatever. But here in the reluctant quantifier, if you see, what is the definition of reluctant quantifier? This quantifier use the approach that the opposite of greedy. Okay, whatever the greedy, inside greedy means what we have seen in greedy, in the greedy it will eat all, because dot and star, whatever it is coming, it will eat, and after last one it is matching foo, so this completely it will eat. But in reluctant quantifier it will not eat like that. So it start from the first character and process one character at a time. Process one character at a time. Suppose so here it is taking dot means x is coming, so after that one x should come, but x is not coming because star means x only, so f is coming. So the reluctant start by first consuming nothing because foo doesn't appear at the beginning of the string. It is forced to swallow the first letter of an x, which which triggered the first matcher at 0 position and 4. So it will take this one only x, so it will consider x. After that one foo is coming, sorry, after x foo is coming, so means it is foo is not, f is not x, because first in this dot is replaced with x, it is consuming, and in this reluctant quantifier it is expecting x one more x, but that is not there, it is coming f only. So it is f is matching with foo only, so it means this is a reluctant quantifier. So from here it will start and here it will end, that's it. And in the possessive quantifier, if you see what possessive quantifier say, the quantifier matches as many character as it can, like greedy quantifier, but if the entire string doesn't match, then it doesn't try removing character from end. It is not matching, not at all. Suppose x, if it is taking x, first one is x, then it is accepting one more x, so okay, it's not coming. So after that one what it should come, foo it should come, but this complete string will entire. Suppose the possessive quantifier failed to find the match because the quantifier is possessive. In this case the entire input string is consumed by this only. It is saying at least one time it should come, at least one time it should come. So here this entire input will be consumed by this dot star plus means at least one time it is representing. No, so anything whatever is coming like star, dot will replace with x should come one time, it's not coming, so okay. So next one is what, foo is coming, but foo should plus means foo should come at least one time, so foo is coming, next one is coming, so that's why it is not consuming, because it is here I am telling it should end with a foo only, but that is not possible here, so that's why it is not passing here. So here in the entire input string is consumed by dot star plus, leaving nothing left over to satisfy the dot foo. Entire string it will consume. Okay, and at the end of the expression use possessive quantifier for situation where you want to size for all something without even breaking off. It will outperform the equivalent greedy quantifier in case where the match is not immediately found. Okay, now let's see one example. We will see more clearly, more understanding we will get. Okay, so greedy quantifier, reluctant quantifier and possessive quantifier. So this is a greedy quantifier. If I run this greedy quantifier, this is that regular expression, and this is that input. So 0 1 2, yeah, second position, this is that regular expression and this is quantifier. So this is a greedy quantifier. If I run this one, and you will see what exactly the pattern found, where exactly the pattern is. The pattern is let me print that also, value. Okay, so let me print this value once. or this is an input. You can say this is inputs, no issue. Inputs dot input. So this is that input. I'm printing that input. Okay, so this is that input. It's not checking for this one because that is not matching. I'm just removing this one. Okay, so this one is that input. So regular expression for greedy, yeah, this is a greedy quantifier. For this greedy quantifier I'm giving this regular expression. So what exactly it will do, it will try to find anything. Suppose first it is taking dot. Dot means any character can come anytime. So any character means x is any character, that is fine, it is satisfying. That can occur anytime, yeah, that can occur anytime, so it's occurred any time. Next one, if it is starting from here also, foo, so first character can anything, so it will take this f also, and f can occur anytime, that is also fine. Next one is o, then o is taking this this dot only, and that o can occur anytime, 2 times is occurring. After that one, x is occurring, then x can occur anytime. X means x is replaced with this dot only, and that dot can be replaced this much time, but this always should be end with the foo only, so that's why it is starting from 0 to 12 only. So this is means this dot, star and dot is consuming this all this input. You see here the greedy quantifier dot star to find anything 0 or more times followed by fo, because the quantifier is greedy. The portion dot star portion of the expression first eat the entire input string at the point, and overall expression cannot be succeeded because of the last 3 digits is foo. So this dot star will consume this much input. Here this much is, this dot and star will consume all this input from here, and last it is taking foo. So it is satisfying. So the pattern is available from from 0 index to 12th index. This is the last index. So this is the pattern available. Okay, in the same way, if I go for the reluctant quantifier, this is the reluctant quantifier. For this reluctant quantifier, this is again input, again that is an input, this is an input. So here if you see okay, I have to print that input also, so that's why we can see there. Yes, so if I run this one, you will see what is in okay, inputs only, input, okay, and that input is this one. Okay, so if you see here, it is matching in 2 places. First one, it is matching from 0 to 3rd position, yeah, from 0, because this dot is replaced with x can star means can be occur 1 time or more than 1 time, or can be occur 0 time, no issue. So x is occurring 0 time, no issue, but at least 1 time it is saying, so that is at least 1 time x is occurring. Star means what? 0, 1, or but I'm expecting you can consume the first occurrence. First occurrence is this one, from 0 to 3, and the next one is 4 to 12, this one. So this is the reluctant quantifier, that is the greedy quantifier. This is the reluctant means this input will consume this much only. After that one, foo is matching. After that one, this one is matching, means we can say in a greedy quantifier input will be consumed at once wherever it is matching, but in the reluctant quantifier different matchings will be founded from where index this is finding, because this one is matching with this also. No, I will say dot means x can be anything, x can be a number of times, so one time is coming, after that one foo should come, yes, foo is coming, so that's why this is matching this one, and again after this one, after again I will start, then x is matching and x can come anytime, so x is coming n number of times, and foo, yeah, so that's why it is coming this one, this pattern also. So it is searching for this pattern, this is the second pattern, this is the first pattern. But if you see in the greedy quantifier, it is searching only for once, it is starting from here, everything it is consuming and it is coming here. So this is the difference here. And if you go for the possessive quantifier 0 1 2, okay, if you go for the possessive quantifier, then you will see okay, and here if you see so it is not matching anywhere, because at least one time I am saying, at least one time, it means x after x star, okay, so it is coming one time, but more than one time, how it is possible, because this one is not failing here, see, because this entire string it will consume, dot star plus will consume entire string, and nothing will be left for this foo, that's why this is not passing. And if I will take the another example, suppose here I have given these conditions here, for this one is the input g and 0 positions, here also this one is the input 0th position, and here also if you see in the 0 position, so in greedy quantifier if I will execute this expression, so g it is passing, because g can be one at least one time or can be n number of time, at least one time, this expression means that only, so it is passing for that one. This one I can remove, no issue, we can remove that one, okay. Suppose here, yeah, this pattern is from starting to this one only, because this is g is coming 3 times, no, so that is 0 to 2 is coming, okay. And the same thing if I will run into this reluctant quantifier, then what the output you will found, how it will search, g at least one time, next time whenever the finding is matching, you just start the next finding from that index only, so from 0 to 0 finding is there, from 1 to 1 finding is there, from 2 to 2 finding is there, so that is the card of reluctant quantifier. And in the possessive quantifier if you see, then you see what will happen. Currently it will be same only, because that exact pattern is matching, but what if in the greedy quantifier I will use this first one, this regular expression at least one time, and after that one g should come, means at least 2 times or 3 times, that is up to your choice, it will come. So from 0 to 2 only, that is passing, but in this one that case is not there. If you want to give that one, that also you can, okay, that case is not there, okay. Next one is here, so here if you see, and I will run, it is passing, this is the regular expression for that one, it is passing that also. Oh sorry, it is not passing, see, g it is not passing, because it is saying it is this complete entire this entire this entire expression will consume this complete string and nothing is left one more g, then it will not pass this one. So this is the difference between greedy, reluctant and possessive quantifier. And you can do more practices, you can take more examples and you can try to understand that one. You will come to know what exactly the difference between them. Okay, and the next one is okay, suppose I am taking some example. Suppose I have to make some validations on input. Suppose I want to validate a name, then what exactly the name should be, what should be the format of name. Suppose I will take another example. Okay, this password regex I will open. So here this regular expression is only for the special password. Special password means, suppose sometime you have already seen in your some of the websites, if you are trying to choosing the password, then they are forcing you to take a password in a stronger way, means that should have a one uppercase, that should have a one lowercase character, it should have a special symbol, it should have a one numerical alphanumeric and a special symbol. That type of sequence it should have, otherwise it will not accept. So in that way we have written this one. And suppose if I will want to take the I want to validate the phone number, then how I can do that one? String mobile number regex. What will be the mobile number regular expression? Anything from 0 to 9, anything from 0 to 9, that should exactly comes 10 times. That's it. No, that is the regular expression for mobile number only. This is the regular expression for the password only, or else we can give that regular expression here. Yes, here I will give this regular expression here, that is an array. Okay, so this is the regular expression. If we want to, okay, so first let me run and let me see. First this is the password, and next one is, first one is this regular expression. So suppose this is not mobile number. No, this is not mobile number, because this don't have a 10 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This is the 10. So if I run this one, and you will see, so it is passing. This is a true, because this is a mobile number only, this is a 10 digits only. If it is not 10 digit, that is not a mobile number. This is also not a mobile number, but this one is for mobile number, and this one is for password. This should be the password. So it is a passing. This is not the password, because password should contain character. Suppose it should have one uppercase, yeah, this is uppercase is there, lowercase is there, one special symbol it should be, and some number it should be, then only it will pass. So it is passing. Okay, so next one we can take the example of email verification, email validation. How it should be? Suppose email should be always start from A to Z, lowercase. I am considering like that. That is up to our choice how we want to do. And after that one, it can have A to Z, A to Z, or A to Z, or underscore can also be there, or some 1 0 to 9 can also be there. Okay, means 0 to sorry, where exactly what is happening? Okay, 0 to 9. Okay, 0 to 9. After that one, at the rate should be there. At the rate should be there. After that one, A to Z, and after that one .com, something like that, so it will accept that patterns only. Suppose abc12@gmail.com only, gmail.com. so this 012. so if I run this one, you will see this is our regular expression. What is the problem? A to Z underscore. Okay, so this will come at least one time. This can be of n number of time, no issue, and that should be occur only one time. This can occur n number of time. Okay, yes, still it is not passing. Why? This can occur at least one time, A to Z, or after that one A to Z underscore 0 to 9 is allowed. That can come any number of times. After that one, it should come at the rate. Yes, at the rate is there. After that, at the rate, any A to Z. After that one, .com. It is fine. Okay, sorry, this is .com, so that's why we can give .com in this way, no issue. Or else that is some we are currently making for specific domain, no issue. Yes, no, it is passing. That is for specific domain.com. If it is .in something, that we can give that our up to our choice. Okay, so in this way we can use this regular expression. This is for special password, mobile number, email, or any username, password, or anything. We can up to our choice. We can define the regular expression. Okay, so in the next session we will learn about the generics in Java programming language. What is generics? Because we have already started this util package. If you see in the java.util, before we were learning java.lang package, whatever the classes were present, that is coming under java.lang package only. But now that is under the regex. That regex is under utility package. So under that utility package, so many other classes are there. So to learn those classes, to learn those utility packages, we should know what is generic first. Okay, and this topic we have already seen, that is regular expression, but because that is not dependent on generics actually. So that's why we have learned this topic. But whatever the remaining topics are there, or some other topics are also there, that is not dependent on generics, but one topic is there that is dependent on generics only. So that's why we need to learn generic in Java, and after that one we will see the another libraries, another utility libraries. Okay, so I hope you like this video. Please subscribe my channel, and thanks for watching, and bye bye, and we will see you in the next session.